Well, the Ghana Education Service is encouraging all girls who became pregnant, gave birth, or given out in marriages during the COVID-19 induced closure of schools to return to schools. Speaking at the national launch of the Back to School and Re-Entry campaign organized by the Education Service, Mastercard Foundation and UNICEF, Deputy Director of the Education Service, Anthony Boateng, stated that some children were also engaged in economic activities such as illegal mining during the break. Hence, there could be a challenge getting them to return to school.
The data we observed, when the final year and second year students in both senior high schools and junior high schools returned to school, indicated that some children did not come back to school. This is a worrying trend, and therefore we need the support of all stakeholders to encourage and motivate all children to return to school. Some of them have become involved in economic ventures that have exposed them to money, and asking them to abandon such ventures to return to school is likely to be a challenge. Indeed, some of them are involved in galamsey and they see money every day. Asking them to leave the money to come back to school is likely to be a challenge. Some have been used by their parents and guardians in some economic activities, and it has become a huge issue asking these parents and guardians to release the children to return to school. Indeed, some market women see their children as their special assistants or general managers. They now take care of the wares in the market. Some girls unfortunately, have become pregnant when schools were closed, and some of them have been given out into early marriages. To motivate such parents, guardians, students and pupils, and indeed the general public to support efforts at ensuring the return of all students and pupils to school, management of Ghana Education Service, with support from some partners, initiated the Back to School campaign. The purpose is to sensitize Ghanaians, especially parents and community members, on the need for all children to return to school when school reopens. This means, therefore, that every Ghanaian child is being welcomed back to school, even including our girls, who for one unfortunate reason or the other got pregnant or gave birth in the course of the school closures. The GES still insists on sexual abstinence among all school children. However, under the current circumstance, we do not want any child to drop out of school simply because of COVID-19. That is why we are encouraging girls who are pregnant or those who have delivered to return to school. It is never an indication that we are promoting sexual promiscuity among schoolgirls.
Well, let's hear from country representative of UNICEF, Anne-Claire Dufay. She's urging parents to ensure that their children actually do return to school.
I mean, globally, the COVID-19 pandemic has had a terrible impact on children. We have 1.6 billion children that have been affected because they missed out on learning. And in Ghana, we have 8 million children who have also suffered from that situation. But also you have some vulnerable groups, and indeed I mentioned adolescent girls because we are very concerned about the increasing number of girls who have become pregnant as teenagers, and some of them also got married before the age of 18. Now Ghana has policies and strategies protecting girls from teenage pregnancy and early marriage, but unfortunately with COVID we sort of went backwards, and we are worried that we're going to lose all the gains that were made prior to the pandemic. So first thing is we want to make sure that all the partners continue to work together to prevent teenage pregnancies and early marriage. When it happens, we have programs in place. When I say we, it's the Ministry of Education, the Ghana Education Service, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, to make sure that even if a girl has delivered a baby, that she can go back to school and she gets the support from the family and the community. Because we don't want girls to give up on their dreams and on the future that they deserve. We also are calling on boys and young men to protect those girls, because it's also their responsibility. And the worst I've seen too many times is when, you know, a girl gets pregnant and the boy or the young man disappears. That's not fair.